Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am going to put together a quick Father's Day card for you today. So I wanted to point out that in the catalog, the current catalog, there is the Hey Handsome digital art collection up here. And I've went ahead and cut out the world's greatest dad. So let me show you what that looks like. Let me bring that in. So I went ahead and just cut out the pieces. I resized it and cut them out. Now, when it cut out with my Cricut, I found that there were like a few white pieces, and that's because close to my heart cardstock has the white core. So what I am going to do before I put my card together, I'm going to slide these over, is I'm just going to take my ink dauber, and I cut these out in paprika, and I'm just going to dab a little ink on there just so that white on the cardstock just isn't so stark. Now I do have my tweezers if I need to hold them down, and just get a little ink on there. These are very tiny pieces, but I think it's going to go a long way in making the card just look finished. A little more ink. It just takes a second to add this. They're flying all over the place here. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so now we can go ahead and assemble this. Now, mine did, as you can see, they are very delicate, but that's okay. Because we are going to glue this on here. So you do want to have your tweezers. And actually, while I have my ink out, I do think I want to ink the edges of this little banner. So let me do that. And again, that's just going to hide any of those little white, if there's any little white marks. It's just going to hide that and just add a little more depth and dimension to our project. Okay. Now, since this is very tiny, I am going to bring in my art glitter glue. And I think with this one, I am going to just go ahead and add the glue, some glue just to the edges of where I know this is going to want to go. And then I'm going to take my tweezers and carefully place the banner onto the paprika. Oh goodness, and it ripped. That's okay. You will never know once it's all put together. All right, so let's go ahead and get our dad on here, and I am going to adhere the A first. Let's go ahead and get the A in the center, and then we can add the other letters around it. We add the others. All right, so now we can start working on our other piece, because I am going to pop dot that up. So let's go ahead and add on, let me go ahead and dry fit where we're gonna have greatest and worlds. So that's gonna come down. So I won't, oops. They are so fragile, you gotta be careful. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on the back of these letters. This glue is so strong, it just takes a little bit. this one I'm just gonna add where I want the glue and add the piece. Okay, and then let me bring in some foam and we will get that popped up. All right, I do have that stuck down with a little foam adhesive. I am using a Mojo Sketch, which I will link below. So I have all my card pieces. I have all of the pieces cut. These are using the Hey Handsome collection. So I have black that I will adhere onto a card base. So let me go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get some glue on here. And then I've made each just like 1/8 of an inch smaller. And then for the next step, I went ahead and inked the edges in black for these, but I want to do a little treatment to this top piece. So let me bring this in. And what I kind of like is this Hey Handsome paper right here, how it has like these little lines. It reminded me of this right here. This is from the Dream Makers special, and this is one of the stencils. I went ahead and cut the stencils apart so that they were easier to use. And I'd like to go ahead and just ink this up just to give it a little interest. So I have my intense black ink and I have a dauber, and I'm just gonna go in and just lightly go ahead and give this some ink. This is on the mink cardstock. I don't want it really dark, so I'm just gonna go in and just give it a little ink here. I think that's nice. Ooh, I like it. And then let me ink the edges just a little bit more, just so they'll really stand out. Just going along and inking my edges here. Okay, now we can start assembling our card. All right, let me move this out of the way. All right, so I've got my card base, and I am gonna assemble on this green piece. So this was from the paper collection, and this piece is just gonna layer right up here on top. So let me get that adhered down. All the way up. That looks good. And then next, I'm going to add in this little piece. Ooh, I kind of like that. Nope, I think I'm gonna stick with my original idea was. So just this one with the lines. And then to give it a little something more, following the Mojo Sketch. They had a piece like right here in the center. And then we're gonna adhere all of this to our card base. Just line this up. Just a little bit of black peeking around the edges. It's very subtle. And then we'll add our sentiment that we cut out from the digital collection, and we'll off-center it just a little bit. World's Greatest Dad. that glued down. Super simple card. And then I've got a few stickers from the sticker sheet that I thought I could bring in. A few stars maybe. So just a couple, just to finish this off. And I was thinking one over there. And there you have it. Easy Father's Day card.